Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got an exciting matchup on tap. It's the Browns coming in at 3-7, going up against the Steelers, who come in at 7-2. So let's get out to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come into this one fresh off a victory that finally snapped a 6-game losing streak.
And there's nothing like that win that makes everyone happier in the locker room, better on the practice field, and they usually play a whole lot better that next game out as well.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. On first down, Griffin. He's got the rookie first-rounder, Corey Coleman. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Arthur Moats. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Griffin. And he finds Barnidge. He's got it. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
It's a nice catch there by Gary Barnidge, and there's no getting around it. The emergence of him has been nothing short of stunning, hasn't it?
Yeah, first 6 years, total 44 catches. Then at age 30 last year, he goes for 79.
Who says you don't get better with age?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection, if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude him? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down. And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. Room here to run. 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on 3rd down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Play fake to Johnson. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And in 2015, Charles, for the Browns, 18 fumbles, most in the league. Another one here.
And each and every week when we visit with teams, the phrase turnover margin always comes up, doesn't it?
Always.
So it's no surprise that with that number of fumbles, they were 3-13 that season.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out here in the eye. Offense working with a 2nd and goal now from the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Well, field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue. And
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic? I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now Mason. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Well, the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now they and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Offense.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From midfield now, here's Griffin. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah. That's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Steps away to his left, and it's complete to Ladarius Green. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something that there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run again with Mason. And a short gain here as he... Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. From the gun on third down, Griffin. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is RG3. Wide open receiver complete. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for a Cleveland first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Griffin. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drop. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 77 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the this situation. If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On second down, here's Griffin. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On third down, Johnson. Oh, spinning away. And down he'll go at the 25. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Brown. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Here's Roethlisberger. His throw caught at about the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown as time expires in the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Thanks, Brandon. Welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half.
And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Lost 2 there, and it's third down. And this offensive unit, they have to face a third down and 12 now. On third down, Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Flush to his right, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Let's go.
On second down, Roethlisberger. Green's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And Martavis Bryant. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And while that's his second rushing touchdown, third total, he did have the receiving TD earlier.
He creates a matchup nightmare all the time, doesn't he? If you pull everyone in trying to stop him running the ball, split him out or get him out of the backfield and throw the ball to him, he can hurt you either way very, very well.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mason. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands that can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. 2nd down following the run. Again, it's Bell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finally catch the ball in traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here we go.
Out of the Wildcat, a wide receiver carry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll go for it with Bell. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And this Browns defense stands tall.
Strong right. Strong right. I'm coming. Z. Crunch.
Now Griffin on 1st down. It's caught. It's Barnidge over the middle. And he's brought down. Throwing now. Griffin on 1st down. A dump off for Mason. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To throw is RG3. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. Caught on the right side by Jones. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterback.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Mike Mitchell, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now this is Bryant on the end around. Oh, nice move. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Seven yards remaining here on 3rd down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. The catch made by Miller. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open. So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it with Bell. And he gets this inside. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they've wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And his pass incomplete. The intended receiver was Trey Mason. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 10 now. Griffin. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him on to the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board again.
Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.